Dear students, see last time we discussed some of the MCQ of lesson number 3. Now we proceed further. Now see, last time we discussed up to MCQ number 14. See that I told as a reference from the old syllabus textbook. Okay, that will help. Why? Because our NCERT textbook do not contain any exercise MCQ. So now see our MCQ number 15. See the network is given like this. We have to find out equivalent resistance between A and B. Find equivalent resistance between A and B. Now we have to simplify this network. See, between here we can say E is the junction, D is the junction, C is the junction. Okay. See this AF and FE. See the wire is just bent like this. Okay. So that's why these two we consider in series. So what we do first, find out equivalent resistance between A and E, that is RAE. Now what we can see, these two 3 ohm and 3 ohm are in series. Okay, that will be 6 ohm will be in parallel with 6 ohm. So we can say 3 plus 3 parallel to 6 ohm, that is 6 parallel 6 is 3 ohm. Okay, now see when resistance of equal value are in parallel, so it will be R by N, here N will be equal to 2. Now what we get as a 3 ohm, okay, this 6 ohm is in parallel with 6 ohm, that will get 3 ohm. Now whatever we get here, what we can say, this part is solved now. Okay, that will be in series with 3 ohm resistors and that will be again in parallel with 6 ohm. So we can say RAD, this 3 ohm plus ED is 3 ohm also 3 ohm parallel with 6 ohm. Okay, RAD is 3 ohm. Now similarly we have to find out RAC. See this 3 plus 3, 6 ohm will be in parallel with AC with C. So RAC will be 3 plus 3. Okay. Now we have solved up to C. Now whatever we get is 3 ohm, that plus BC is 3 ohm, will be in parallel with resistance in AB part, that is 3 ohm. So see the final RAB will be 3 plus 3 parallel. Remember this resistance is 3 ohm. So it is 6 parallel 3, that is RAB is R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Okay. Okay, this is how we can solve. See what we have done. First we have obtained equivalent resistance between A and E, that is 3 plus 3, 6 parallel 6, that will be 3 ohm. Now whatever answer we'll get, that will be in series with ED, that is 6 ohm in parallel with 6 ohm, we'll get RAD. Similarly we get RAC, and finally this up to C we get 3 ohm in series with BC, and that will be in parallel with AB. So we get the answer as 2 ohm. So this is how we can solve. See our next MCQ. Okay, see our resistor network is like this. Okay, all resistance are of 4 ohm. Okay, now see how many resistors? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. See there are 5 resistors of 4 ohm. Now see whenever there are 5 resistance, first we have to think of a Wheaton bridge. Now see the important thing, see this overlapping is called jumper in the language of electricity. Okay, so you can put on the right hand side. So let us see how the circuit will become. Okay. X and Y. Okay. Now and this resistance. See this left side part, because it's a jumper, there is no overlapping. That means they are not connected. Okay, here they are not connected, they are just passing by on each other. So that we have placed on the right hand side. So our simplified circuit will be like this. Now all resistance are of 4 ohm. Okay. Now let us say, see we have to find out equivalent resistance between X and Y. Okay. Now let us say this point. Okay. Let us say is C and D. Now we have to draw equivalent resistance. See, between X and C there is 4 ohm. Now between C and D there is 4 ohm. Okay. Then between C and Y there is 4 ohm. Okay. C and Y is 4 ohm. Then between X and D. Okay. Okay. And finally between D and Y. Okay. So this is how we have simplified the circuit. See again, between X and C 4 ohm. Between C and D 4 ohm. Between D and Y 4 ohm. Between C and Y 4 ohm. And between X and D there is 4 ohm. So now we have to check whether it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge or not. Yeah, it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge or not. Now we can see here, let us say R1 and R2. Okay, this we term as R3 and R4. Okay, so what we see here, R3 R1 upon R2. Similarly, R3 and R4. What we see here, R1 upon R2 is, this is a condition of a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Okay, that means, see right now we assume this resistance in place of a galvanometer. So in a balanced Wheatstone bridge, see the current to the galvanometer is 0. So here also in CD branch the current will be 0. So that means there is no importance of this resistors. Now again we have to draw equivalent circuit between X and Y. See this 4 and 4 ohm, R1 and R2 are in series. Okay, R3 and R4 are also in series. Now totally here it is 8 ohm, here also in 8 ohm. Now there are two resistors of 8 ohm in parallel, so R equivalent or RXY. Why we have to find out? See the equivalent resistance between X and Y. So that is 8 parallel 8 will be 4. Okay, this is how we can solve this network. Now remember, there is a thumb rule. Whenever there are 5 resistors, okay, first we have to think of a Wheatstone bridge and we have to check whether it is balanced or not. And if it is balanced Wheatstone bridge, then our work becomes easy, that we are seeing in this answer. Now see our next MCQ. Okay, now see your network is like this. See 1.5 ohm resistor, 6 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm connected with a 9 volt battery in circuit shown. We have to find out the current through the circuit. Now, for simplicity, let us say give some name. Let us say this is A and B. Okay, so battery is connected between A and B. Now, here in between there is no component, so we can call as C. Now, let us say the third point is a junction, is a C. Now, we draw equivalent circuit. Now, we have got 3 points A, B, and C. Now, see between B and C, there is 1.5 ohm resistor. Between A and C, 6 ohm resistor. Between A and C, again 2 ohm resistor. Okay, and 3 battery 6 ohm, 3 ohm resistor between A and B. Again the battery is between A and B. We can call like this also. Okay. Now 6 ohm and 2 ohm are in parallel. So 6 parallel to 2. Okay. So see, we have obtained equivalent resistance between A and C. So that is 1.5 ohm. Okay. Now between B and C, 1.5 ohm resistor. Now what we can see here, these two are in series, so 1.5 plus 1.5 will make 3 ohm. So the finally 6 ohm in parallel with 3 ohm. Okay. Now 6 parallel 3. Okay, this is 3 ohm. Okay, sorry. Okay, so there is some mistake here. This is 3 ohm, so we should write this 3 also. So finally 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3 in parallel with this. Now see parallel, equal resistance. Okay, that is 3 parallel 3 will be equal to 1.5 ohm. You can use R by N. Now see total equivalent resistance. This we have obtained. Now the battery voltage is 9 volt. Okay, I is equal to V upon R equivalent. 9 upon 1.5 is 6 ampere. Okay, so this is how we can solve. Okay, good practice for this. See what we have considered. See, whenever there is no component, let us say here there is no component, we can consider at the same potential, we can consider the same one. So we can draw equivalent circuit when question like this is given, and we can find out the required quantity. Here we have to find out current. Okay, so this is nothing but MCQ number 17. Now our next MCQ number 18. See, the question says a uniform conductor of resistance R. It is divided into 20 parts. Okay, so each part will be of R by 20. Okay, there will be 20 parts, each of R upon 20 value. Okay, now see 10 of them, half of them are joined in series. So out of this 20, 10 parts in series. Okay, so series formula, what is how R by N. sorry, series it is N R. N is 10, R is R by 20. Okay. Now 10 parts are connected in parallel. Okay. So it will be R by N. R is R by 20 and N is 10. Okay. Now this part, let us say first part and the second part, are connected in series. Okay. Let us say this is first part and second part is connected in series. Okay. We have to find out the equivalent resistance. So what we have done here, see the question says it is divided into 20 equal parts. So each part will be of R upon 20 value. Now 10 parts are connected in series and 10 parts are connected in parallel. Series, when equal resistance of equal value are connected, it will be N R. N is 10, R is R by 20. So we'll get R by 2. Parallel it will be R by N. 20 to 12 by R upon 200. Now these two are connected in series, so equivalent resistance okay, R1 upon R2. What is LCM here? 200. 200 upon 2 is 100. 200 upon 200 is 1. So this will be 101 R by. Okay, this is how we can solve. So this is nothing but MCQ number 80. Okay. Now see, next MCQ is 19 number. See, what is the time taken by electron to move? Electron charge is 1.6 into minus 19 coulomb to 1. See a copper conductor of length 3 meter. Okay. Current flowing is 3 ampere. Okay. Area of the cross section A is, okay, and number density is. I think we have a numerical in exercise with the same data. Okay. Now we have to find out the time. Okay, time we have to find out. Now see what is the formula for the drift velocity. Vd is equal to I upon NAE. Okay. Now velocity is length upon time. Okay. IT is equal to ANEL. Area is 2 into 10 to minus 6. Number density 8.5. E is the charge of the electron. Length is 3. Current is also. Okay. So if you solve, you will get value is 2.72. Okay. So this is how we can solve. Now see our next MCQ. That is 20 number. See the mass of 3 copper wire. Okay, the question is like this. Mass of 3 copper wire. It is in ratio of 5:3:1. Okay, and length is in the ratio of it is ratio proportion. Now, what is the ratio of their electrical resistance? Now, see formula of resistance R is equal to rho L by A. Now, here we have to obtain the value of the resistance in terms of length and mass. Now, what I do? See, I multiply with length on both sides, both numerator and denominator. Okay. So it will be rho L square upon area into length is volume Now, see, we are familiar with the equation. Density is mass upon volume. Density you can say D. Okay, so volume is mass upon density. Okay, so R is equal to rho L square upon. Okay, generally, see the density and resistivity. Are independent of the dimension. Okay, density and the resistivity, okay, are independent of the dimension. So finally resistance become R varies as L square by M. Now see, our values are given in terms of length and mass. So we can write R1, R2 and R3, L1 square now length is 1 square, mass in 5, 3 and 1. Now we simplify 1 upon 5. See, this is 9 upon 3, that is 3. 3 upon 1, 5 square is 25. Now see here, 5 is our LCM. Okay, 5 is our LCM. So it will be R1 1 raised to 15 raised to 1. Okay, so this is how we can obtain the value of R. So R1, R2, R3 are in the ratio of 1 raised to 15. Now, so the important property, R varies as L square by L. Now, earlier in the MCQ we saw that the resistance wire is stretched in such a way the length becomes double. Okay, then we derive the formula R2 or R dash is N square R. That was the change more than 10%. Why? Length is double means 100% change. But whenever the change is given small, that is less than 5%. Whenever the change in length is given as a less than 5%, okay, we can use this formula. We can remember change in length okay. Now R, let us say mass is constant, then delta R by R. Okay, this is a formula which we studied in the second lesson in the 11th standard, that is in the dimensional analysis. So suppose here the change in the resistance is length of the wire .6%. What will be the okay? So here the change is given as delta L by L. So delta R by R. Remember, this method is valid only when the change in length is less than 5%. Okay, so this is a thumb rule we have to follow. Okay, this we obtain by using the formula we saw just now. Okay, now see our next MCQ. That is MCQ number 21. Now this is related to potentiometer. See, a resistance of 10 meter long wire is 20 ohm. L is 10 meter. R is 20 ohm. L rho is R. Okay. Now EMF of the 3 volt battery and R is 10 ohm. Okay, that we studied in the theory part, the resistance obtained from the resistance box. See here we have to neglect of cell. You see. Now what do you to find out? Potential difference between any 2 points. Okay, on the wire separated by 30 centimeter. Okay, now recall the theory part of the okay, let us say these 2 points are separated by okay. So we discussed in the theory of the potentiometer that potentiometer is a device by which we can obtain continuously varying potential difference as well as measure it. Now see our formula. V by L is E rho R plus L rho plus R. Okay. Now V is a potential difference we have to obtain. Okay. Now V will be equal to E rho L upon R plus L rho plus R. Now here E is the EMF is 3 volt, rho is 2, L is 30 centimeter, that is point. R is how much? 10, L rho is 20, and here we have to neglect the resistance. So if we solve this, we will get 0.06. Okay, now this is how we can solve. So that is this MCQ requires use of equation of potential. Now see our next MCQ. Now that is related to obtain the internal resistance of the cell. So now though it looks complicated, but see the final answer is very easy. See even a competitive exam, JEE exam also sometimes see the long description, but if you can understand or interpret the data well, then answer becomes very easy. So here one value is 60 centimeter, capital R is 5 ohm, R1, L1 is 60 centimeter, L2 is 50 centimeter. So R is equal to okay. Now if you can remember the formula well, it is very easy. Okay. Now next is MCQ number 23. Okay. Now see n cell of n identical cell of EMF E are connected. See, this is nothing but parallel connection of the cell. See, remember when n number of cells are connected in parallel, each value is same, then E equivalent will be E only. Okay? And R equivalent R by N. And R is the external resistance. What will be the current? So the current I is E equivalent. Okay? Now this is the formula we saw in the theory part. But important thing, when n identical cell connected in parallel, okay, their equivalent will be equal to E only. So now we substitute. Okay, so now we simplify this. L will move to the denominator, R plus N. Okay, this is how we can solve. Now see our next MCQ. Okay, a wire is stretched to make it area of cross section 1 upon n times. Okay, it is stretched such that the area becomes, see, the volume remains constant, AL. Okay, so this is L1, L2 will be NL. So N is equal to L2 upon L1. Okay, now we have discussed earlier. See, when the length wire is such that the length become n times, then resistance become n square times. So R dash is n square R. Okay, so this is our answer. Resistance become n square times. Now see our next MCQ, that is 25 number. Okay, now if current in the bulb increases by 1%, what is change in power? Now what is the formula of power? Power is I square R. Now whenever the change is less than 5%, we can use the method of error. So delta P by P 2 times delta I by I. See, delta I by I is 1%. Now here it is increased, so the power also will increase. So that will be 2% increase in the power. Okay. Now next is MCQ number 26. See, a circuit is given like this. Now that one is related to the joule heat. Okay. See, the power in 10, so joule heat in 10 ohm resistance, let us say R2 is 10 H2, we can say 10 joule per second or 10 Kelvin per second. Okay. Then what will be the heat produced in 4 ohm? Let us say it is H1. Now see, here current is I. See, here this combination is such that this 4 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in parallel. Okay, the current is divided in the parallel, that we have seen here I1. Now we have seen that in parallel connection of the resistor, voltage remains same, current is divided. So V is equal to I1 R1. That is I1. What is total resistance? 9. I2 10. Okay. So I1 is 10 upon 9. Okay. Now joule heat formula. H is I square RT. Okay. That is heat produced per second. Okay. H is nothing but heat produced heat produced per second. So H1 upon H2. Okay, time is same, 1 second given. I1 upon okay. Now in series current remains same. So either it is asked in 4 ohm or 5 ohm, will get answer is same. So now H1 we have to find out. H2 is 10. I1 is 10 by 9. I2 square. R1 is how much? 4 ohm. I2 square is 10. Okay. So suppose you solve this. Okay. Roughly you'll get 4.5 10 I am keeping as it is. So nearmost answer is 5. So the heat produced will be, it will be 5 calorie per second. See here, it is in calorie per second, but because there is a ratio, okay, no need to convert into. Okay, this is how we can solve. Now this is nothing but our MCQ number 26. Okay. Now see MCQ number 27. Now two bulb of 220 volt and 100 watt. Now this is the power rating and this is the voltage supply. Generally, see our voltage supply is fixed, that we have to keep in mind. Okay, at home in our home or our domestic appliances connection, all devices are connected in parallel, so we get the same voltage across all the devices. Now here, first is connected in series. These are the bulb resistance have R1 and R2. Power is P1 and P2. Okay. Now equivalent power in series connection, the formula P1 P2 upon. Okay, that we remember as a formula. So it will be 100. Now power in parallel. Okay, so this we should remember as a formula. PS, power in series, is P1 P2 upon P1 plus P2, power in parallel. Okay, so when it is connected, the power is 50 watt and when connected in parallel it is 200 watt. So this is about MCQ. Now we have taken as a, see our Gujarat board previous textbook as a reference book for solving MCQ. Though it may be differ from our recent NCERT book, but I hope, I wish it will be useful to you in some basic practice of the MCQ. So with that we conclude or we complete the lesson number 3. Okay, next time we'll start a new lesson. Thank you.